In the future, memory was no longer private. It became a product, a currency, a thing you could sell. At first, it started as a medical breakthrough. Doctors discovered a way to extract memories safely from the human brain. Painful memories, traumatic memories, unwanted memories. They called it cleansing. People called it relief. A man who lost his family could sell the memory of the accident and forget it ever happened. A soldier could remove the memory of war and sleep peacefully again. A woman trapped in heartbreak could erase love, like deleting a file. It sounded like freedom at first, but then someone asked a question. If a memory can be removed, can it be stored? And if it can be stored, can it be sold? That was the beginning. Memory markets opened across the world. Small clinics turned into massive corporate vaults. And soon memories became more valuable than money. Happy memories sold the best. First love, childhood summers, moments of success, the feeling of being truly alive. People who needed money sold their happiest days. And slowly, the world became richer, but emptier. There were people walking the streets who had never felt love, never felt childhood joy, never felt warmth of a memory worth keeping. They were not sick. They were just empty. And the buyers? They were worse. Because at first they were just curious. Then they became addicted. They didn't want their own lives anymore. They only wanted better ones. Stronger memories. Happier lives. That were never theirs. A new industry was born. Memory dealers. Black market collectors. Corporate memory banks. And the richest people in the world stopped living their own lives entirely. They only bought them. But something strange started happening. People who sold too many memories began to forget who they were. Not just details, but themselves. A man sold his childhood memory to pay rent. Then he sold his first love. Then his wedding day. Then the birth of his daughter. One day, he looked in the mirror and didn't recognize the person staring back. Because there was nothing left inside him that was his. Meanwhile, a woman bought those memories. She watched his childhood. She lived his first love. She felt his wedding day. She held his daughter in memories that were not hers. And slowly, she started believing they were. But the brain doesn't understand ownership. It only understands experience. And experience begins to overwrite reality. Soon memory buyers began mixing lives. People carried hundreds of lives in their minds. Dozens of childhoods. Dozens of loves. Dozens of identities. And no one knew which one was real anymore. Then came the collapse. A psychological epidemic. Doctors called it identity dissolution syndrome. People couldn't remember which memories were theirs and which ones they had bought. A mother looked at her child and didn't feel anything because the memory of motherhood she felt belonged to someone else. A soldier cried in a field because he had bought the memory of someone else's war. And in the end, the world had everything, but no one had themselves. Governments shut down memory markets. Too late, black markets survived. Hidden memory trades continued. Because once you've seen a perfect life, your own is never enough again. And somewhere in the ruins of this system, an old man sits alone. He has sold almost everything. Only one memory remains. He doesn't know what it is. He is afraid to sell it, because it might be the last piece of himself. And so he sits there, wondering, if I sell my last memory, will I finally be free, or will I finally disappear? Because in the future, people didn't just sell memories. They sold themselves, one moment at a time.